So again, good evening. I hope I am audible. Today I'll move to the next topic, that is assignment model. So what do you mean by the term called as assignment model is? What- So in the assignment model, we are basically assigning, okay. So our job will be assigning So our job is to assign, okay. Our job will be to assign, okay, jobs to machines, okay, or assign jobs to workers or workers to machines. Okay, so why you want to assign? Why you want to assign? Or sometimes maybe classes, class to rooms, okay, etc. Now, why you want to assign, or what is a way in which normally we will assign? What is the purpose of assignment? What is the purpose of assignment?
Breakdown.
To what will be the purpose of assignment? So assignment, we are assigning so jobs to machine. So what will be the condition in assigning jobs to the machine? Or assign jobs to workers?
Like if you are doing jobs to machines means less work for the workers.
Yeah. So we are expecting a perfect output. Okay. We are expecting a perfect output.
Yeah, efficiency also will be more.
Yes. Yes. We are expecting a perfect output by assigning. Okay. A perfect output by assigning. That is a right job to a right machine to a right worker. If you are assigning, then you will get best yield. Okay, so right job to machine to right worker, if you are assigning, the yield will be okay. So here we are doing that. We are assigning, basically we are trying to assign the right job, okay, the right job to the right machine, or the job to machine, or job to worker, or worker to machine. So basically in the case of manufacturing and all, we can see we'll have the cost metrics will be there. Okay, so the cost metrics will be available to us. So we'll have something like, so you will have resource will be here. So one side I have marking it as resource. So resource is marked as R1, R2. Okay, likewise into Rn. So same way you will have activity or job. Okay, so activity or job. So I'll mark it as A1, A2 up to AN. Okay, and each and every resource to activity, it is assigned with respect to certain cost elements. C11, C12, C1. Same way you will have here also C21, C22 up to C2n. So same way if you go down, okay, if you go down, you can see to that I will have CN1, Cn2 up to Cnn. Okay, so each and every assignment, there will be a cost associated with it. Okay, so now what will be the condition here? Now, what will be the condition here when I am assigning?
The work cannot be done by two machines.
Work cannot be sent back. Okay, for that we will have a different algorithm will be there called sequencing. I'll come to that part later. We are focused only a particular machine and a job to a particular machine. So assignment, when we talk about, when we see in the transportation problem, for a particular row or column, if we take, you take a particular row or you take a particular column, how many assignment you have performed over there? How many how many assignment you have performed over there? Consider one row or one column. How many?
Number of elements in that row.
It will be equal to number of rows. It will be equal to number of cells in that particular, like that. So no restriction that it has to be assigned only one or two or three across the number of cells available in that particular row or in particular column. You have given the allocation in the case of transportation problem. Whereas in the case of assignment model, if you are assigning a job to a machine, okay, that's all. So to that particular machine, no other jobs will be assigned. Similarly, that assigned job will not be assigned to a second machine also. That is, in an assignment column, in a particular row or in a particular column, there will be only one assignment alone will lies. Okay, multiple assignments is not possible in the case of, so in the case of assignment models. Okay, so available, so I can write here the column here as available. Okay, so available is 1, 1. Okay, here also 1. So same as in the case of demand also. So demand also will be there. So demand also will be 1, 1, 1 up to 1. So either in row or column, anywhere you have to write only one value. So if I want to formulate it, okay. So I can formulate this also by using the LPP technique. So let Xij, okay, let Xij denote assignment, okay, denote the assignment of resource I to activity J. Okay, to activity J, there will be only two values is possible. Xij, okay, will be equal to 1. Okay, it will resources, if resource I is assigned to job J, If it is not 1, what all will be? Then it means okay. That is, in row or column, there only will exist only one assignment. Okay, so rest all row or rest all column values will be 0. So if I want to express the mathematical model for this, okay, mathematical model, a minimization model. Okay, so minimize z equals summation of I equals 1 to n and summation of j equals 1 to n c ij into x Cij into Xij. Okay. Subject to constraints. Subject to constraints. Summation of j equals 1 to n. Xij, xi to j equals 1 for all I. So that is resource constraint. Okay, so resource availability. There will be one more constraint will be the summation of I equals 1 to n xij, okay, equals 1 for all j. So j is activity requirement. Activity requirement. And xij finally xi to j will be equal to 0 or 1, okay, all I and j. Okay, so this is how the mathematical model will looks like. So mathematical model is a minimization model. So for I equals summation minimize z equals I equal 1 to n summation of j equal 1 to n Cij into Xij. So wherever ij equals 1, there only the Cij you need to take into account. Okay, so Xij will have only two values here. Either Xij will be 0 or Xij will be 1. So if xi to j is 1, Cij will come for you need to take into account. So in a particular row or in a particular column, there will be only one one xij value will be 1. So rest all will be 0. So that you can take into account for solving or further calculation purposes. So any doubts or anything to be discussed? So any doubts or anything to be discussed? Yes, please.
So can you show screens?
Yeah, the screen is shared.
No, that PDF slide is gone. Yeah, I can see it. Sir,
Pardon me?
sir,
Pardon me?
in that subject to constraints, like j equal to 1 to
Yeah.
x is equal to
Yes.
that, but can
See, the subject to the constraint xij equals 1 for all I. That is, in the case of resource availability, okay, here only one resource will be available. It may fall into either A1, A2, A3 up to AN. Any one is only possible over here. So that is why I given here as available is only one. That is, in this particular row, only one resource is available for the activity, any of these activity A1 to AN. Clear?
so then
Same thing if you take the 1 minute. So if we take the column wise, okay, so the column wise also A1 can only assign either to R1, R2, R3 up to Rn.
Okay, sir. Got it.
Okay, so that is if we take this row wise, only one assignment is possible. If we take column wise also, only one assignment is possible. Okay, so that is what is written over here. So that is Xij will have either a value of 1 for any of these cells. Okay, for any of these cells, and the another way, same way here also it is possible for 1 in any one of the cells. Rest all values it will be 0. We will not mathematically we will not model it, or mathematically we are not going to solve it. We are going to solve the assignment model based on an algorithm called as Hungarian algorithm or Hungarian method. Okay, so mathematically this is how you can proceed. So you can make the formulations and you can proceed. So we are not going to do it. We are going to solve with the help of an algorithm. So that algorithm is called as Hungarian method or Hungarian algorithm. So basically this method is developed by an Hungarian mathematician D. Koenig. Okay. So that is why this method comes to known as Hungarian method. It is very simple. It is very simple. No equations, nothing like that. Just like a transportation model. If you are able to understand it clearly, then you are able to proceed it. Just like if you make any plus or minus mistakes, then you will end up in a wrong. Hello. Any issue is there? Okay. Yeah.
No, sir,
So it
no.
is very simple. Yeah. Okay. Okay. It is very simple. If you don't make any mistakes, it is easy to solve. So we'll solve directly a problem. So there are 5 jobs are there. Okay. So there are 5 jobs. So I will mark it as 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So 5 jobs I am going to assign to 5 machines. Okay. So 5 jobs to 5 machines. So I'll say it as A, B, C, D, E. A, B, C, D and E. Okay. So what will be the condition here in the case of, what will be the first condition in the case of Hungarian algorithm? What will be the first condition? Number of rows and columns should be equal. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So number of rows or columns should be equal. So if 5 jobs are there, definitely I should have 5 machines or 5 worker is required. Okay. If 4 is only there, 1 job will be unassigned. So if that is the case, you have to add a dummy row or dummy column to make number of rows equals number of columns. Okay. So number of rows and columns should be equal. Otherwise, make it equal. And you know how to make it equal. We have already seen it. So I'll just. So this is our machines. So machines is A, B, C, D, and E. So these are the jobs. Jobs is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And the corresponding cost is adding here. So these are the cost metrics, C values. C I to j value. So C A1 is 6, B1 is 7, C1 is 5, next is 9, next is 4. Here also it will be 7, 5, 10, 9, 6, 5, 4, 3, 6, 5. So 8, 3, 5, 6 and 4. Here it will be 4, 2, 5, 6 and 6. So this is a question. So 5 are here. So number of rows equals number of columns. So I don't need to add anything. Any dummies are not required. So row and column are equal. Okay. Now what will be the next step? So machines and jobs. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. This is A, B, C, D and E. Okay, right. So now the first step. Okay, so the first step or the next step in the Hungarian algorithm is to perform row wise. Okay, so row wise operation. Row wise operation. Operation is simple. Subtract the lowest value, subtract the smallest element. Okay, smallest element in each row. In each row from all other elements. From all other elements in that row. From all other elements in that row. Okay, now the first row, what is the smallest element?
Four.
First row, what is the smallest element?
4.
Element is 4. Okay, so tell me the value. So tell me the value. So that will be, this will be 2. Next will be 3, 1, 5 and 0. So 6 minus 4, 7 minus 4, 5 minus 4, 9 minus 4 and 4 minus 4. Next row, which is the lowest element?
6.
Next row?
5, sir. 5.
5. Okay. So subtract 7 minus 5. So we'll get it as 2. 5 minus 5 is 0. 10 minus 5 is 5. 9 minus 5 is 4. 6 minus 5 is 1. Okay. Third row.
Three.
Third row 3. So this will be 2, 1, 0, 2, 1, 0, 3 and 2. Fourth one, minimum value?
3, sir, again.
3. Okay. So again 3. So that will be 8 minus 3, 5. 3 minus 3, 0. 5 minus 3, 2. 6 minus 3 is 3. 4 minus 3 as 1. Okay. Next one, the lowest is 2. So 4 minus 2, 2. 2 minus 2, 0. 5 minus 2 is 3. 6 minus 2 is 4. Okay, and that is also 4. Okay, right. Right. So we have performed the first set of operation. In first set of operation, in each row we have identified the lowest element, and all other elements were subtracted from that the corresponding lowest element in each rows. So we have performed the one set of operation right now. Now I'll perform the same set of operation in column wise. Now row wise is done. Now row wise is done. Okay. So now operation is performed in the row wise. So I am going to step number 2. Okay. So operation in same way, the operation in column wise. Okay. So you can see that the one which I have performed the row wise operation, that table is only taken for the next iteration. Don't go for your actual table for performing the task. Whatever you have performed after row operation, that only you need to take it for the column wise operation. Okay. So again here subtract the smallest element in each column from all other elements of the corresponding column. So machines and jobs. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So A, B, C, D and E. Yeah, okay, tell me. So what's the lowest element in the first column?
2.
The lowest element in the first column is 2. So that will be
3.
Yeah, so that will be 3 zeros. Just a minute. So it is 2 3 1 5 0 2 0 5 4 1 2 1 0 3 2 5 0 2 3 1. Then okay, right. So that will be 0 0 0 0 here, one more 0 here, 0 5 becomes 3 and 2 also becomes 0. Okay, what about B? Column B.
With the first 2, then 0, 0, everything 0.
Column B?
First, that 1B is 2.
No.
2, sir.
Column
2.
B,
B
0 is the
minus-
lowest element.
Oh, 0. Okay.
Yeah, so there will not be no change for column B. It remains as it is. 3, 0, 1, 0, 0. Column C,
Same. 0 is the lowest.
same. Yeah, right. So it will be 1, 5, 0, 2, 3. Next column.
3 is the lowest.
Yeah, so
for
3 is the lowest. So it will be 2,
uh,
1,
1, 0, 0,
0, 0, 1.
1.
Yeah, last column.
Same.
Same. So it will be 0, 1, 2, 1, 4. Right. So now row wise and column wise operation is over. Okay. I'll take a new page. 1 minute. So yeah. So after row and column operation, you got the results like this. Okay. So you have performed the row operation and you have performed the column operation. Okay. So that is the major task over here. Now try to select. Okay. Now next step. So step number 3. Okay. Select single zero rows. Okay. Select single zero rows. Okay. Not select. First check single zero rows. Single zero rows. Starting from first row. Starting from first row. Okay. Proceed till last row. Okay. And also check in column wise. Check column wise and select from row 1 onwards. Okay. Now do we have any? Now is the first row is it single zero? First row, is it single zero?
Oh, yes, sir. No, no, sir. No, sir.
No. Second, is it single zero?
No, sir.
No. Third one, is it single zero? Third
No,
row.
sir.
Fourth row, is it single zero?
No.
Fifth one, is it single zero?
So,
No. Now we'll see in column wise. First column,
no.
second column,
No.
third column.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So third column, it is single zero. So you can give the assignment for that first. Okay. So the first assignment you have given, it is you have given over there. Okay. So when you given the assignment, now if you can see any zero is there either in row or in column of that particular cell, you have to strike off. Now this zero is striked off. Okay, there is 1 0 over here, that is also striked off. Okay, since you can't give, you have already allotted job number 3 to machine C. So job number 3 you don't need to again consider, you don't need to consider for any other machines. You have striked off. Okay. Now what about D? Now what about D? Column D.
0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0
column D now becomes only single zero. Since 1 0 is already there, that you have striked off. Okay, since you have striked off, so that column becomes single zero. You have to give the assignment over there. So job number 4 is assigned to machine D. Okay, now what about job E? Sorry, column E.
One doubt, sir. Why it is cut, sir? One more time, can you explain?
Which one?
The above. Why it is cut? 0 0.
See, I can only assign one job to a machine. Okay, when job C is assigned, to C, when job 3 is assigned to machine C, okay, there is no value for this 0 and this 0. That's why I am striking off.
Then we have to cut the one in the 4B also, no, sir.
Yes, sir.
Where?
4B.
4B. Yeah, 4B also now it is cut. Sorry, I didn't see it. Sorry. Yeah, you are right. That is also cut. Correct. Yeah, now column E. What's the status?
Single 0. The first.
Column E is only single 0. Yeah, so when that is, you have to select it. Okay.
Sir,
Now,
sir, a small question.
yes, please.
Sir, why are we not cutting zeros at in row 3, sir? Why are we not cutting 0 at C and D instead of A, sir? Like why it should be only in this way, cutting zeros at A and D in column 3, sir. Sorry, in row 3.
Row 3.
Yes, sir.
See, row 3, when I look at machine C, only the lowest cost which can be assigned lies at machine C is for job number 3. That is how I am selecting it. Okay, there is no other job can be assigned to machine C at a lower cost than this. Can you see any other zeros in the C? Column number C?
No, sir. Only at 3. Only the 0 at 3, row 3.
Yeah. So that is what. So what we are basically doing, we are subtracting the lowest element. So lowest element now turns to 0. Lowest element in row wise and column wise now turns into 0. That means that is the lowest opportunity, lowest cost opportunity that you can select for your calculation.
Okay, so we are selecting only one amongst all the zeros for a single machine, sir.
Yes. First we
To
are
reduce the
seeing
redundancy.
why
Okay.
I didn't choose this one, because I had multiple zeros are here. So if I choose this in the initial iteration, now job E will be unassigned. Then I need to take the next highest figure into account. So when a lowest figure appears over here, I don't know whether this or this will suits for here. So I check for single zero here. No, it has multiple zero. This also multiple zero. This also multiple zero. This way also multiple zero. Job 5 also multiple zero. Then I take machine A into account. Zeros are there. B, multiple zeros are there. C, only one zero is there. So that is the lowest opportunity what I had. So when I select that, these two becomes has no meaning. So I removed it from my solution. So when I remove this 0 from my solution, now job D, there will be only one opportunity will be left out. So I have selected that opportunity and cut this one. Now, when I move to the next column, you see only the lowest opportunity is 1E. So I have selected it. So when I selected that, now this has to cut off. Now this has to cut off. Okay, now what all things are assigned? Unassigned?
Sir, 0 at 1A. Okay,
Pardon me?
it's done, sir. Okay.
Hello?
Nothing, sir. It's done. I told like 1A also 0 should be cut. It's cut.
Yeah, 1 is 0 I cut. So now the next two you can arbitrarily choose. If you want to choose this, you can choose this way. So when I choose this is my arbitrarily guess. Okay, I am choosing it arbitrarily. So when I choose this 0 is gone. So I given so that is also gone. This is also gone. Now only 1 0 will be left out over here. I have provided the assignment. Now, does every job as an assignment right now? Does every job as an assignment right now here?
Except 5, sir.
Except?
Job 5. Yeah,
Except?
everything is
Everything is there. Okay. Now every job has got one machine. Okay. Directly 1:1 we have assigned. Okay. So we have assigned job 1 to A, comma. Sorry. We have assigned job 1 to machine E, job 2 to machine A. Okay. Then job number 3 to machine C. Then job number 4 to machine D and job number 5 to machine B. So one machine, one job is particularly assigned. So this is my my assignment, and the cost of assignment will be okay. So the cost of assignment will be so this is the one which I assigned 1. This is the one which I assigned 2. This is a 1 3. This is a 1 next, and this is the one next. So cost of assignment will be so 1 to E, so 4 plus 2 to A, it is 7 plus machine so 3 to C, so it is 3. Okay, plus 4 to D, that is 6, plus 5 to B, that is 2. So if you sum it up, what value you will get? What value you will get?
22.
Yeah, rupees 22. So cost of assignment is rupees 22, and the order is given above. So this is the way the result has to be written. Sometimes in the question it might be given as in 22,000, okay, or this 4,000, 7,000, something like that. Metrics only will be looks like this. So 1,000 zeros will be written in the question as a statement. Then you have to write this as 22,000. You have to you have to write it in the result. So this is how the Hungarian algorithm will works. If all the cells are having zeros. If that is not the case, okay, how to proceed, that we will see in the next class. We'll move to the today's class, that is on assignment model. So we have discussed in last class what you mean by term called as assignment model, and we have solved a simple problem also in the last class. I hope my screen is visible, and in the screen there is a question is available. I hope you are able to view it. Solve the assignment problem.
Excuse me, sir. We have to solve this problem now, sir.
Yeah, yes.
Okay. Just now we joined, sir. I did not notice.
Now,
Sir, we start, sir.
what was your first step? What was the first step? Ensure row equals column. So row and column are equal in number. Okay, row and column are equal in number. You don't need to change anything. So number of rows equals number of column. So it's a balanced one. Okay, so it's a balanced one. Now next step, perform row operation. Row operation. So how do we perform the row operation? The lowest one from each row you need to subtract. So 2 is the lowest in the first row. So this will be, yeah, so this will be 3, 1, 0 and 6. Again 2 is the lowest in the next also. So that will be 5, 7, 0 and 4. Next one, 4 is the lowest, so that will be 2, 0, 1, 3. Next one, 5 is the lowest, so that will be 0, 2, 2, 0, 2, 2, 3. What will be the next step? What will be the next step? What will be your next step? Perform column wise operation. Perform column wise operation. So first column, any change? First column, there will not be no change. So it will be 3, 5, 2 and 0. Second column, there also no change. 1, 7, 0, 2. Third column also no change. 0, 0, 1, 2. Fourth column,
It becomes 3-1-0-0.
yeah, it becomes 3, 1, 0, 0. Okay. Now what is the next step? Now what is the next step? Now what is the next step? Check for single zero row or column starting from row 1. So first row, is it single zero?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, first row single zero. So I can, no doubt I have to select that, the first row. Okay. Now when I select that, this 0 becomes, okay, so that has to mask. Now what about second row? Second row, now no zeros are available. Okay. Third row, what the situation? 2 rows are there. I cannot give the assignment. Fourth row, what's the situation? Again, 2 zeros are there. Not possible. See in column wise, first column, yeah. So first column I had only 1 0. So I am supposed to give the assignment. Okay, I am supposed to give the assignment. Now what about the this 0? That will becomes striked off. What about the next column, column B? Column B also has 1 0. So I have to give the assignment. So I have to give the assignment. When I give the assignment, this 0 also becomes cancelled. Now any zeros are left out? No. Now see what is the assignment. Now see what happens to the assignment. So how is the assignment complete? Is your assignment completed now? Do we give the assignment to? Do we give the assignment to?
No, sir. One more minute.
Yeah, that is job number 2 as well as sorry, job number D as well as and number 2 is unassigned. So
Can
how
give it as one, sir. One.
yeah, so now you can see you have plenty of 1 year. 1 here, you have 1 year, you have 1 year. So which one will you take into your solution space? That you have
already assigned other machines to other jobs, so should take two
no, you can't. You can't. Okay. So there are still some procedures are there. Okay. So now if you observe us, what your observation will be. So yeah. So job D and man 2 is unassigned. Okay. So what you have to do is that in that case, okay. So in that case, you have to draw horizontal or vertical line. Draw horizontal or vertical lines passing through all zeros. Okay, passing through all zeros. So the condition is that, okay, so the condition is that the horizontal or vertical line should cover as many zeros as possible. Okay, so the line should cover as many zeros as possible. As many zeros as possible. Okay. So in row number 3, if I draw a horizontal line, okay, if I draw a horizontal line, it covers 2 zeros. Okay, if I draw a horizontal line, it covers 2 0. Again, in row number 4 also, if I draw a horizontal line, it covers 2 zeros. When I draw a vertical line through column C, it covers all the zeros. It covers both the zeros. Am I right? Is it clear? Is that selection clear?
So one more time, can you repeat?
Yeah, so I am drawing a horizontal or vertical line. Option is yours. But only condition is that it should cover as many zeros as possible in a single line. So in row number 3, if I am drawing, so in row number 3, if I am drawing, it covers 2 zeros. Same way in row number 4 also, if I am drawing, it covers 2 zeros. Similarly, in column number C, if I am drawing, it covers 2 zeros. Okay, so that is the selection what I have did. Now, what I have to do is that, okay, see the lowest figure. Okay, find the lowest figure in the unmasked area. Okay, in the unmasked area. Okay, subtract it in the unmasked area. Okay, no operation in the masked area. Okay, no operation in the masked area.
Sir,
Yeah.
sir, why didn't we strike out column D, sir?
Why?
Why didn't we strike out column D? Strike out in the sense
Already you see by drawing row number C, I have covered the 0 in column D also.
okay, sir.
Okay, if I draw one more line over here, that does not make sense. Okay, my intention is to, in a single stroke, as many zeros as possible to cover.
Okay, sir.
Okay, right. And no operation in the masked area. So wherever the horizontal and vertical line meets, we can say that as a junction. Okay, so in the junction, okay, add this smaller value. Okay, add this smaller value. Okay, now 1 minute. Let me take a new table. Okay, now what is the element in the unmasked area? Lowest
1.
element in the unmasked area, 1.
1, sir.
So here 1a will becomes 3 minus 1, value will be 2, b will becomes 0. See what happens?
C.
No change.
C won't change.
No change, 0, and d will becomes 2. So similarly 5 will become 4, 7 reduces to 6, 0 remains as it is, 1 is turned into 0. Okay, now 2 will not have any change, 0 also will not have any change, 1, what will happen? 1 is a junction, so what will happen? So that will be 1 plus 1, 2. 1 is a meeting place of both horizontal and vertical line. That is, I marked it as the junction. Okay, so that is I marked here as the junction. So junction, add this. So this 1 becomes 2 and 0 remains as it is, 0. So this row. So this is 0, 2. This is becomes 3 and this remains as 0. Okay, you got the new table? Any doubt in this? Any doubt in the new table?
No,
So
sir.
basically what I am doing is that as somebody earlier pointed out me, I am taking the next lowest cost value into the assignment. That is what I am doing over here. Okay. So I'll take this result to the new sheet. We will try to assign again. Is the first row single zero now? Is the first row single zero row? No. Second row, is it single zero row? No.
No, sir.
Third row? No. Fourth row? No. See column wise, first column,
Yes.
it is single zero. So I had to give the assignment over there. Okay. I can give the assignment over there. Now what will happen to this 0? So that will be cancelled off.
4D only cancel.
This one?
4D.
Yeah, 4D only cancelled. 4D only I am cancelling. Okay. Now what about next column?
2 zeros are there.
2 zeros are there. Third column, 2 zeros are there.
2.
Yeah.
Again,
Fourth one also.
Two.
Now 2 zeros are there. Okay. Now that is the case. You can go to again the first row. Okay. So first row. Now 2 options are there. So arbitrarily I will choose this option. Okay. This is my arbitrarily selection. I will choose this. Okay. So when I choose this, what happens?
1C will be cut.
That is cut off. This is also parallelly cut off. Okay. Now, if we closely see, now this will becomes single zero row. Okay. So provide the assignment over there. You can provide the assignment over there. When you provided the assignment over there, now this has striken off. Only 1 0 is left over there as assigned. So you can provide the assignment. Okay. Now every job, every machine is assigned. Okay. Now every job, every machine is assigned. So job A is assigned to man 1.
4 no.
Job A is assigned to men 4. Okay. Job B is assigned to
1.
Yeah, men 1. Job C is assigned to men 2. And job D is assigned to men C. Now you can calculate the total cost of assignment. Now you can calculate the total cost of assignment. So total cost of assignment will be how much? So 3 plus 2 plus 7 plus 5. How much? Okay. So this is how, if you are not getting the, if again you in this also, if you are not getting the answer, okay, again draw horizontal and vertical lines. Okay, draw horizontal and vertical lines. Again perform the operations and you have to continue till you get an assignment. Okay, you have to continue till you get an assignment. Is that clear? So I'll move to the next problem then. Okay, now can you see the problem?
Yes, sir.
So basically the given problem is an efficiency matrix. Okay, so this is not an effectiveness matrix, this is an efficiency matrix. Okay, so this is an efficiency matrix. Find the assignment. This is an efficiency matrix. Find the assignment. What to do?
So it's zeros, column, row wise and column wise, then assign.
So to perform that, here we will have some issues. Can you just think of?
We take first column means no zeros are there. No zeros are there in the first row and column.
Okay.
So we can't assign that to anything.
Okay, this is not this is directly given. This is directly given as a work center and supervisor efficiency.
You should take the highest value, sir. Then
And then
assign it to the superior. Should take say in the first, if we consider the first row, we are taking we'll assign it to 2 because 0.95 is the highest value.
Okay.
Or
Directly,
we can
directly can we go?
we should make it 1, I guess. Take the highest value, divide all by that value.
Divide. Why divide and all?
So that you will get 1.
Okay.
Highest efficiency is 1.
So assignment is a maximization model or a minimization model?
Maximization model.
Assignment is a
Maximization model.
no.
Efficiency should maximum efficiency should not be taken.
Yeah. Yes, I agree. I agree to it. But assignment is a maximization model or a minimization model?
Sir, minimization model, sir.
Yeah, so assignment is a minimization model. Okay, assignment is a.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, yes, you're audible. Carry on.
So since it is a minimization model, we'll separate everything from one, sir. So it is converted to maximization.
Not from one. Not from one. How did we done in the transportation model?
Sir,
So directly, if you try to assign here, you will assign. Okay, what will be your end result? You will assign the supervisor having lowest efficiency to each of your work center. If you directly try to fit this problem as an assignment model, and if you try to solve, you will go in the other way around. Okay, that is lowest efficiency only will be ended. Yeah, so tell me.
That's what, sir. If we are looking for highest efficiency, no sir.
Yes.
So first of all, we'll convert this whole matrix to like changing all the values, sir, like 1 minus 0.9 to 1 minus 0.95. So it will be like uh, other way around, no sir.
Okay.
Otherwise, then when we try to solve that inefficiencies, we'll get the least inefficiency. So that
Yes.
corresponding matrix will be highest efficiency.
I agree to it. I agree
Yes,
to
sir.
it. But there is another little more better way, sir. Whatever you told us, I will not say it is wrong. Okay, that is also equally good. Definitely will work. Okay. What I will try to say that you find the maximum among this matrix. Okay. You find the maximum value among this matrix.
We need to deal with negatives, no sir. Then like it's like creepy. Like
Which one?
when we try to find the maximum among these and try to subtract or kind of stuff, then these
No,
things.
no negatives won't come. How comes? And you have to subtract the value from that.
Okay, sir. I got it. Understood.
Yeah, okay. Whatever you told me to subtract from 1 and proceed will also work. Okay. But if you are doing
Sir.
like this, some of the row operations are also automatically done.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Right. Right. So efficiency is to maximize. So what you have to do? Convert this into a minimization model. So convert to minimize model. So how to convert? Find the maximum among the given matrix and subtract all values from it. Okay, subtract all values from it. Okay, so what is the largest value we have it here? What is the largest? 0.95. Okay, among all the metrics. Okay, it is the largest among the largest value in all the metrics, not on row wise or not on column wise. I have not looked into it. I have selected the largest value from the entire matrix. Okay. Okay, it doesn't mean that it is from first row, it is for first row, it is for second row, not like that. It is from the entire matrix. Okay, and then I have to convert an equivalent. Okay, I have to convert an equivalent new minimization matrix. This is also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So this is supervisor. And this is work center. I normally need a black table. So I am just writing the values after subtracting. It is 0.03. Okay, I'll change the font. 0.03. Next will be 0, 0.05, 0.10, 0.20, 0.04, then 0.01, 0.05, 0.07, 0.1, again there will be a 0, 0.02, 0.2, 0.07, 0.4, 0.45. So there was a previous 0 here. Okay, now that 0 will, now the 0, the 3 into 2, 3 by 2. So in that cell, that 0 becomes 0.95. 0.95, 0.1, 0 here, 0.20 here, 0.18, 0.05, 0.05, 0.21, 0.25, 0.15, 0.01, 0.15, 0.95, 0.10, 0.15, 0.19, 0.05, 0.05, and 0.95. Okay, so the matrix is computed. Now you can perform the row and column operation. Okay, now you can perform the row and column operation. Okay, if you want, you can draw the vertical and horizontal lines and you can find the solution. Okay, solve it quickly. Perform the row and column operation. So I'm just writing here only the final matrix. Okay, so this will be the final value after performing the row and column operation. Okay, now what to be done? Check for single zero row. So first row, yeah, so first row itself is single zero. So first row is selected. When I select the first row, so that got cut off. Okay, second row, it is not single zero. Okay, third row, yeah, so third row is single zero. So when I select this, this will become strike off. Third row I have selected. Okay, now fourth row, yes, now fourth row is single zero. Now fourth row is single zero. Fifth row, now fifth row is single zero since this is already striked off. Now that is striked off. So when that is striked off, this is striked and this is also striked off. Now here the solution is easy. Yeah, solution is easy. So job one, sorry, supervisor one is assigned to work center 2, supervisor 2 to work center 1, supervisor 3 to work center 3, supervisor 4 to work center 6, supervisor 5 to work center 5, and supervisor 6 to work center 4. That's the way you can complete the assignment. So here efficiency is given. Please don't try to calculate by adding the cost of assignment, etc. Please don't calculate here. Your efficiency is given. Okay. So it's not the cost of assignment. Please don't calculate here. Okay. Only assignment, up to assignment you can stop. If you want to calculate the maximum efficiency or something like that, please multiply it. Okay. So please see to it what is the condition given and then you can solve the problem. Any doubt in this? Two problems for you to solve. Okay, I'm just yeah, so you can just take a screenshot. Taken the screenshot. Please don't confuse here. Here you can see this hyphen. Okay, hyphen indicates that it is not applicable. Don't put here zeros here. Okay, don't put zeros and don't try to give the assignment for A to 5 or 1 to C. Okay. Don't put zero here. You can mark it as either dash or you can mark it as infinity. That is, those things are something like restricted conditions in the case of assignment model. Okay, similarly unbalanced also will come. You know how if unbalanced come, please add a dummy row or column. Make the number of rows and number of columns equal. So those special conditions I am not going into it. And there are cases in which multiple assignments will be possible for the same cost. Okay, multiple ways of assignment will be possible with same cost. And these are unrestricted, so these are restricted case. That is, certain assignment is completely restricted. So don't put as zero, you can put as infinity there. So, and please don't give any assignments over there. If you give zero over there, that will be the lowest priority. You have to give assignment. So please don't put zeros here. They are called restricted conditions.